Over the years, I've given myself 1,000 reasons to keep running, but it always comes back to where it started. It comes down to self-satisfaction and a sense of achievement. Steve Prefontaine honestly believed that if he gave everything he had to be the best runner in the world, nobody could beat him. Steve, or Pre as most people called him and still call him today, took a winning attitude with him wherever he went. Pre was born on January 25th, 1951 in the town of Coos Bay, Oregon, which is where he grew up and attended high school. A town of about 15,000 people, Coos Bay was known for being particularly good at football and basketball, but not so much for running, until about 1965 when Pre joined the cross-country and track programs. He didn't do anything spectacular in the world of running until his junior year, the year he decided he would never get beat in the cross-country race again. Pre went undefeated his junior and senior seasons, a feat that is still nearly impossible today in high school cross-country. To become arguably the best high school runner in the nation, he trained twice a day year-round. It was this hard work that helped him set 19 high school records in cross-country and track. Pre came into Oregon, a school known as the best college for cross-country and track in the nation, and wanted to make his mark right away. His only cross-country loss came during his freshman year, and throughout college track he never lost a race that was more than a mile long. Altogether, he was a 7-time individual national champion, 3 times in cross-country and 4 times in track. Pre was known to push the pace in all of the team's workouts and never let anyone beat him during any type of run. He was the best distance runner in America while he was only just a college athlete. During his junior year of college, he qualified for the 1972 Munich Olympics in the 5,000-meter race, a race just over 3 miles in length. When Pre went to the Olympics, there was a lot of hype going on about him, not only in America, but also in Europe, according to Tom Jordan, author of the book America's Greatest Running Legend. He was the youngest man competing in the 5,000-meter race, and the least experienced compared to all the runners from Europe. As the race finally began, Pre was immediately boxed in by the Finland runners, so he could not take the lead. After a mile, though, Pre was able to get out front with the leaders and make a race out of it. Lasse Viren ended up winning with a time of 13 minutes and 26 seconds. Pre was fourth with a time of 13 minutes and 28 seconds. Not only was he upset about his 2-second loss, but when he came home from the games, all he talked about was how he would win 4 years later in Montreal. The AAU, or Amateur Athletic Union, would not let athletes who got paid to do their respective sport compete in the Olympics, so Pre was living in a trailer park and working in a bar to make ends meet. Olympic caliber athletes need to train intensely if they want to compete at the world level, and the situation Pre was in was not good for that. He continued living this way until May 30th, 1975, the day that changed American distance running forever. Pre was driving home from a party, and he may have had a little bit to drink, but his running partner, Frank Shorter, said that Pre was well enough to drive, so he let him leave on his own. That night, Pre's car was found rolled over and he was stuck underneath it. America's running icon was dead at the young age of 24. A few days later, his funeral was held at Hayward Field, the track at Oregon that Pre had won on 36 of the 37 times he toed the line there in his 4 years running for Oregon. When Pre started running, there was always something about him that the people loved. Maybe it was his hard work, his cockiness, his ability to endure hardships, or his determination to be the best. Though he's been dead for over 35 years now, it'll be hard to find one distance runner in America who takes running very seriously and has not heard of Steve Prefontaine. His story is so motivating, not only because of how good he was or how hard he worked to get that good, but also because now we wonder how good he could have been. I think the reason why I find Pre so fascinating is because you can look at his story for inspiration, an inspiration to run, and more importantly, an inspiration to put everything you possibly can